Hey friends, Bricky here. Welcome to a little bit of a different kind of personal video. Beth and I are headed down to San Diego to take care of a little personal business and wanted to bring you all along the way. Not sure how long the video will be or what all we get into because we've kind of got some life stuff that we're working with, but there's never a reason not to hang out with your friends and to put a little fun into things that are a little bit on the serious side. So what do you say? Join Beth and I for a road trip and let's see what we get into on our travel day. I'll let Beth explain the rest. It's more about her this time than me. Actually, it is her story, and I'm happy to be along with her in this moment and, you know, just do that husband thing, be with my best bud. Stopped off in Oceanside to go to one of her absolute favorite restaurants, and she absolutely loves this place because everything on the menu, nearly everything on the menu, is gluten-free. Where did we just go?
Oh my God. Hi guys, reporting down from La Jolla, California. We're off doing just like a mukbang on the side. Oh my God, subscribe below for my mukbang video series. I'm going to eat all the food. And where did we go? We went to Nectarine Grove in, where are we? In Encinitas area. I can't say the name of this area. Lucadia? It doesn't matter. Encinitas, near San Diego. It's 100% gluten-free, and then they have lots of dairy-free options, and then if you have other allergies, they're really good about like, this is egg-free, this is nut-free, whatever. They have paleo stuff, etc. But I like to stop here because it's gluten-free, and I'm gluten-free.
And tell me how you decide what you're going to get from a menu where everything's gluten-free. Like, how do you figure out what's the item to get?
I'm such a great home cook that when I go out into the world, I want something to eat that I'm either too lazy to make myself or I'm just physically unable to or I don't know how to. So it's, or just something that's like not accessible to me in my everyday life. So I'm always looking for things that are like special, unique. So today I got a gluten-free California burrito. And I chose that because even though I can now buy burrito-sized tortillas at the grocery store and make my own burritos at home, which I do from time to time, I don't do it that often because I'm too lazy. And usually I make breakfast burritos, and this was a carne asada and French fry and other goodies inside of the gluten-free tortilla. And I'm not going to make that at home. Our appetizer, if you can call it that, it was more of an amuse-bouche because I only had one because I was so full already. Gluten-free mozzarella sticks with a little side of marinara. And I don't ever get to have mozzarella sticks, and I will never buy them. And I think there's companies that make them in the freezer, but I'm not going to buy that. So we had them, and they were delightful. And they had a great cheese pull. Insert video here of me in the cheese pull.
What do you say? Look at that cheese pull.
You could edit that in.
That's done.
Okay.
I actually like them better than regular ones because regular ones tend to be very greasy.
Yeah,
those weren't greasy at all.
They weren't greasy, and I think if it's the same as their chicken tenders there, and the only reason I didn't get the chicken tenders this time is there's great chicken tenders in the freezer section, gluten-free, and I can make them myself at home, and I often do. I think they're plantain crusted, like plantain chip crusted, so they're like very, very crispy, crunchy. 2 thumbs up. No mustard, no marinara.
Beth picked up for me the asada fries because she thought this would be something that I would enjoy because everything on it was just the way that it would normally come. I didn't need to eat any gluten-free breads or different textures like that. So
Correct.
I just had asada fries, which is just straight up regular people asada fries.
Regular people asada fries, but it's like big boy food. It's like a trough of just like food.
Yeah.
And otherwise they have like burgers and sandwiches and tacos on gluten-free specific tortillas, so like you're not going to love all that because you can have the real thing.
My only complaint about the place is it's very loud.
Yeah, it's a vibe on the side of the 101 there.
Yeah, with the work trucks going by, first responders going by, the train which is literally going by like right now. It can be a little bit loud at times.
Okay, so here's the thing though. Were you going to ask me about the cinnamon roll?
Well, yeah, that's a good storyteller waits
Okay,
for the
sorry.
the
I
grand
don't
reveal.
know. I don't know what you're going to end with.
But Beth, what's
Yes,
the
Mark.
real reason why you loved coming here for years?
For years, I loved coming here because they have an incredible cinnamon roll. And up until very recently, I could never really perfect a gluten-free cinnamon roll at home. They were always like really dense and just not worth all of the hours and the effort to make it. And so there's been times like at Christmas time where we've driven nearly 2 hours in traffic to come down here just to get a cinnamon roll. And I think, and maybe Nectarine Grove will see this video and the magic of YouTube and the internet and correct me if I'm wrong, but either my taste has changed or their recipe changed because it is not as good as I remember it, or maybe because I found a recipe and I've made now a couple times homemade gluten-free cinnamon rolls that are the shit. You can bleep that out. They're just, the one that we got today was not as I remember it. It was really dense. It was kind of that typical gluten-free baked good. It was really hard and it was fine. If you put enough butter and sugar and cinnamon on anything, like I could probably eat a toilet paper roll if it had enough of that.
It's not true. Remember those cupcakes in Philadelphia?
Yeah, those were terrible. There's some really bad gluten-free baked goods, and I've all but given up. Like, I just don't care enough about sweets to care, but this was always my, like the carrot that would dangle. I was always looking for, like, the best cinnamon roll, and when I found it here, I was like, uh-oh. And now I'm like, cool, I don't really need to rush back down here because I've made them at home better.
So your overall review of the place?
Overall, like, out of what? Give me a scale.
Oh.
Out of 10? Out of 4? Out of 5?
Out of 5 carrots.
Out of 5 carrots, I would say I'm going to give it a 4 because it's really, really rare for me to go to a restaurant that is 100% safe for me, gluten-free, friendly, and has just so many fun, like, indulgent items. But we're taking a carrot off because the cinnamon roll is not as I recall.
So you're not going to give it the ordinary adventure star?
No. I will not give it the Bricky Vlog star today. Just 4 carrots.
We can afford a star.
Why carrots?
I don't, because you're like into health and shit.
Oh, okay.
What are we doing in San Diego, Beth?
Just hanging out. For tomorrow morning, I am going to the hospital to get a kidney biopsy.
That sounds serious. Is it serious?
It's not serious. It's not unserious, but it's not like catastrophic. I have an autoimmune form of kidney disease. I was diagnosed with it in 2014, and the only true way for them to assess progression of disease, because it's a progressive disease, is to do a biopsy of my kidney and look at it and see what's going on.
After tomorrow, you'll have peace of mind?
Not after tomorrow. Then the results take 2 weeks to get sent to my doctor, and then after my doctor goes over the results and talks to me, then I will have hopefully some peace of mind, or at least some information on what's next.
Nervous?
Not as nervous as I maybe would have been a couple years ago, but as nervous as one probably should be, but not horribly nervous, because with more information means more ability to feel empowered to do whatever I need to do next, and that feels good.
Are you excited to have some sort of update or peace of mind once this is over?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as excited as one can be. I'm not excited about 2 weeks off from working out and lifting weights and boxing. That's going to be the hardest part of the process.
Right.
Because I love it.
And can you lift things?
No things.
So who's going to be lifting things?
I don't know. I'm going to have to find me a sexy man who's got muscles.
Good luck.
Yeah. Do you know anybody? Hey, YouTube. Just checking in to see if you know anybody. I need an assistant. A sexy assistant.
What did we do for dinner?
We had sushi. And it was good. We had delicious sushi and it was amazing. You prompt, sometimes you ask me questions. Stop recording. Sometimes you ask me questions and prompt, and then other times you expect me to talk. Ask me again.
What do we have for dinner?
We had delicious sushi, and it was amazing.
How did you find that place?
I love to seek out restaurants that are gluten-free friendly when I travel, and that place came up very highly rated just generally, and it also was super gluten-free friendly. All of their tempura is gluten-free. They make an in-house homemade soy sauce that is gluten-free. Their fryer is gluten-free. It was incredible. So I could have an entirely gluten-free, super safe sushi dinner, and I loved every second of it.
It was fantastic.
It was absolutely fantastic. What do you want me to say?
You said it.
Great.
You said it all.
Good night.
How many carrots?
What is our rating out of 5? Don't fall off that curve. You already hurt one leg. How many carrots out of 5 was it earlier? That was 5 out of 5 carrots.
Oh, ordinary adventure star.
We need our own system.
Why? They already made it perfectly good with
Fine.
everybody.
I would give it 1 ordinary adventure star. Is 1 good? Is that?
I think that's when they both.
That's like superior.
They both think something's top tier, then it earns the star.
I give it that then. I give it all of them.
They already made a system and people know it.
I love it. We loved it. And I had a delicious black sesame ice cream for dessert. I love black sesame flavored stuff.
What was the crab thing that we had?
It was like a soft shell crab tempura hand roll.
Like sushi burrito?
No, it's a hand roll. It's not a sushi burrito. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. So doing what I have to do is not a fun or comfortable thing, and it's something I have a lot of anxiety around because I have some amount of health anxiety like a lot of people do, and I struggle with the idea of like going to the doctor and getting testing, because sometimes if you don't know, it almost feels better, and the more tests you get and the more lab work you get, the more answers you have, and the scarier it becomes and the more work you have to do. So we tend to avoid this stuff. We tend to put it off. We procrastinate. And I knew that I had a tendency to do that with things that are big and scary like this. And so something I believe in, and I talk to a lot of my clients who I do health coaching with, is utilizing positive reinforcements and utilizing rewards to your advantage. So the reward for making this appointment and getting in to get this follow-up biopsy 11 years after my first one was this trip. The trip was the reward. It gave me something to look forward to. It gave me something to plan. It gave me something to be excited about. And by being excited and planning and thinking about all of this, it kind of crowded out the anxiety of the actual procedure and all of the health anxiety surrounding it. So it just kind of was a shifting of attention and a shifting of like my awareness around it. And it kind of changed the entire mental sort of picture of something that could be really, really uncomfortable and scary.
So it gives you something fun to look forward to that's wrapped around something that you're dreading.
Yeah, it's a fun sandwich. No, I mean, like I'm excited because you're here with me. We're making a trip of it. I had exciting restaurants that I was looking forward to, and a whole road trip, and staying in a really beautiful hotel. And it makes doing something really uncomfortable and unfun a little less unfun.
I sign off to that. I like it.
Good. I do too.